By tomorrow, they'll be gone, Bryant said. Out of the jurisdiction. You get over there tonight. At the black empathy box, his wife crouched, her face rapt. On the screen, the faint, old-robed figure of Mercer toiled upward, and all at once a rock sailed past him. Watching, Rick thought, my God, there's something worse about my situation than his. Mercer doesn't have to do anything alien to him. He suffers, but at least he isn't required to violate his own identity. Bending, he gently removed his wife's fingers from the twin handles. He then himself took her place. A landscape of weeds confronted him, a desolation. The air smelled of harsh blossoms. This was the desert. A man stood before him, a sorrowful light in his weary, pain-drenched eyes. Mercer, Rick said. I am your friend, the old man said, but you must go on as if I did not exist. Can you understand that? No, I can't understand that. I need help. How can I save you, the old man said, if I can't save myself? Don't you see? There is no salvation. Then what's this for? What are you for? To show you that you aren't alone. I'm here with you and always will be. Go and do your task, even though you know it's wrong. Why? Why should I do it? I'll quit my job and immigrate. You will be required to do wrong no matter where you go. It is the basic condition of life to be required to violate your own identity. At some time, every creature which lives must do so. It is the ultimate shadow, the defeat of creation. This is the curse at work, the curse that feeds on all life, everywhere in the universe. That's all you can tell me? Rick said. A rock whizzed at him. He ducked and the rock struck him on the ear. At once he let go of the handles and again he stood in his own living room. His head ached wildly from the blow. Reaching, he found fresh blood spilling in huge bright drops down the side of his face. I ran, with a handkerchief, patted his ear.
I guess I'm glad you pried me loose. I really can't stand it being hit. Thanks for taking the rock in my place.
I'm going, Rick said.
The job?
3 jobs. He went to the hall door, still dizzy.
Good luck,
Iran said. Rick reached the roof and a moment later sat in the darkness of his hover car, dialing.
Rosen Association?
Rachel Rosen, he said. He waited. 10 minutes later, Rachel Rosen's small, dark face appeared on the vid screen.
Hello, Mr. Deckard.
Are you busy right now, or can I talk to you? He said.
I told you that without me, one of the Nexus 6s would get you before you got it.
You were wrong.
But you are calling. Anyhow, do you want me to come down there to San Francisco?
Tonight, he said.
Oh, it's too late. I'll come tomorrow. It's an hour trip.
I've been told I have to get them tonight. Out of the original 8, 3 are left.
You really are tired. You look dazed. Are you sure you know what you're doing trying for 3 more Nexus 6s the same day? No one has ever retired 6 androids in one day.
I need you, he said. Otherwise I'm going to die, he said to himself.
I'm sorry, Rick, but I don't really understand. I can tell that you don't want to do this job tonight. Maybe not at all. Are you sure you want me to make it possible for you to retire the 3 remaining androids? Or do you want me to persuade you not to try?
Come down here, he said. We'll rent a hotel room.
Why?
Something I heard today about situations involving human men and android women. Come down here to San Francisco tonight and I'll give up on the remaining Andes. We'll do something else. In the sumptuous hotel room, Rick Deckard sat reading the typed carbon sheets on the 2 androids, Roy and Irmgard Batty. In these 2 cases, telescopic snapshots had been included. The door of the hotel room banged open.
Oh, what a flight,
Rachel Rosen said, entering in a long fish-scale coat with matching bra and shorts. She carried a paper bag.
This is a nice room. Here, I bought a bottle of bourbon.
The worst of the 8 is still alive, Rick said. The one who organized them. He held the poop sheet on Roy Batty toward her.
You've located this one?
She asked after reading. I have a con-app number out in the suburbs. Rachel held out her hand.
Let's see the others.
He passed her the sheets, one dealing with Ermgard Batty, the other an android calling itself Pris Stratton.
Oh.
Rachel said.
I think maybe you're gonna get thrown by the last one. Maybe not.
She had turned pale. Exactly what are you muttering about?
Let's open the bourbon.
Rachel carried the paper bag into the bathroom, got 2 glasses, and returned.
Can you get this open?
She asked.
It's worth a fortune, you realize.
Taking the bottle, he opened it, poured the bourbon. Tell me what's the matter, he said.
On the phone, you told me if I flew down here tonight, you'd give up on the remaining 3 Andys. But here we are. Tell me what you're gonna do instead of fussing and fretting around about those last 3 Nexus 6 Andys.
She unbuttoned her coat, carried it to the closet, and hung it up. This gave him the first chance to have a good long look at her. The total impression was good. He sipped the bourbon. The power of it had become almost unfamiliar to him, and he had trouble swallowing. Rachel, in contrast, had no difficulty. Seating herself on the bed, Rachel smoothed absently at the spread. He arranged himself beside her. What is it? He said. He took hold of her hand. It felt cold, bony, slightly moist. What upset you?
The last goddamn Nexus 6 type. Didn't you notice the description? It's of me. She may wear her hair differently and dress differently, but when you see her, you'll know what I mean.
Why does that bother you so much?
Hell, I'll be along when you retire her.
Maybe not. Maybe I won't find her.
I know Nexus 6 psychology,
Rachel said.
That's why I'm here. That's why I can help you. They're all holed up together, clustered around the deranged one calling himself Roy Batty. He'll be masterminding their crucial all-out final defense.
Cheer up, Rick said. He cupped her sharp, small chin in the palm of his hand, lifted her head so that she had to face him. Leaning forward an inch, he kissed her dry lips. Rachel remained impassive, as if unaffected, yet he sensed otherwise. Or perhaps it was wishful thinking.
I wish that I had known that before I came. I never would have flown down here. I think you're asking too much. You know what I have? Toward this Pris android?
Empathy?
Something like that. Identification. There goes I.
Rising, she got to the bourbon bottle. She refilled her glass and drank again swiftly. She settled back onto the bed and stretched out, and sighed.
Forget the 3 Andys. I'm so worn out. From the trip, I guess. And from all I learned today.
She glared at him.
Do you know why I really came here? Why Eldon and the other Rosens, the human ones, wanted me to go along with you?
To observe, he said. To detail exactly what the Nexus 6 does that gives it away on the Void Comp test.
On the test or otherwise. Everything that gives it a different quality. Then I report back and the Association makes modifications. And then we have the Nexus 7.
Damn you.
I can't help you anyhow because I'm drunk. Anyhow, you know the truth. I'm just an observer and see if I go to that suburban broken down Connacht building.
She reached out, toyed with a button on his shirt. In slow, facile twist, she began unbuttoning it.
I don't dare go because androids have no loyalty to one another. And I know that that goddamn Pris Stratton will destroy me and occupy my place. See? Take off your coat.
Why?
So we can go to bed.
I bought a black Nubian goat, he said. I have to retire 3 more Andys. I have to finish my job and go home to my wife. I can't go without you now. I can't even leave here. Polakov came after me. Garland virtually came after me. She reached back and unfastened her bra. With agility, she slid it from her. He finished undressing her, exposed her pale, cold loins.
We're not born. We don't grow up. Instead of dying from illness or old age, we wear out like ants. Ants. That's what we are. Not you. I mean me. Chitinous reflex machines who aren't really alive.
She twisted her head to one side, said loudly,
I'm not alive. You're not going to bed with a woman. Don't be disappointed, okay? Have you ever made love to an android before?
No, he said, taking off his shirt and tie.
I understand. They tell me. It's convincing if you don't think too much about it. But if you think too much, if you reflect on what you're doing, then you can't go on. For physiological reasons.
Bending, he kissed her bare shoulder.
Thanks, Rick. Remember, though, don't think about it. Just do it.